We're here with Emilia Migliaccio, right?
Yes,
That's pretty
that's
good.
correct.
A senior at Wake Forest. She's going to be playing in the U.S. Open here in December. That's right. You heard it right. A U.S. Women's Golf Open is going to be in December in Houston. And Emilia, just wanted to ask you, how are the preparations going? I know fall season was kind of just a practice time for you guys at Wake Forest, but you're going in as as an amateur to the U.S. Women's Open. How prepared do you think you're going to be?
I feel very prepared. It was, very sad that we couldn't play this fall, especially that's when as a team we get really close but everyone's such a good player. So we were, we had enough competition with the 10 of us there. So that was good. We always had different rounds that we were playing and different competitions and stuff. So that was good. But I feel very prepared. I had the opportunity to play in the ANA Inspiration and the Carolina Golf Classic, which was a Symetra tournament. And being able to play those two professional events, I feel has really prepared me for the US Open coming up. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm a bit more motivated than ever just to keep practicing, keep working on my game. It's really hard to win, and it's like on the professional level, and it's really hard to be at the top because everyone is so good, and that just inspires me. It doesn't intimidate me. It just inspires me to keep getting better and in all aspects of my game and in nutrition and fitness and all that. So
Well, and I know the fall was, kind of a washout with COVID, and you guys were just trying to be safe at Wake Forest and really the entire ACC. And looking at the weather, it was great weather this fall. Really, I mean, you guys could have played in a lot, could have played a lot of tournaments. So,
yeah.
what kind of things did you guys do with your teammates to kind of stay in that competitive mode?
Well, one thing our coaches did was create tournaments for us. So it kind of sucked, actually. I never got to play in one of those because I was playing in an event.
Okay. Okay.
um and but we had those, and that was really good. They had a leaderboard, and they'll do that for qualifying too. It's just really good prep to you have a leaderboard, and if you win the tournament you get extra gear and stuff. So that's something that they did, that they did a great job keeping everybody competitive.
Right.
And we had some team meetings, just making sure that people are staying motivated and reminding everyone why we're here. We're here because we want to work to win the national championship. That's our main goal, and to really use this time to prep. I played a lot with my teammate Swing, so we played Old Town, we played all different tees and try to change it up and just make it fun and variable. So yeah.
Well, and I know too, we talked a little earlier, you were a freshman and you played in the US Women's Open before, missed the cut. I mean, what are your expectation level, and what did maybe you learn a little bit from that first US Open you played in?
Yeah, I'm expecting to play well. I feel really good about my game, my ball striking, my short game putting, everything continues to get better. So, and coming off of a fourth place finish in a professional tournament in the Symetra event, I feel really confident, and leaving shots out there too. I feel really confident. I've been practicing from about 6,700 yards, which is what the distance is.
Okay.
And the distance isn't, intimidating for me. I feel really comfortable with that. I don't have like a hybrid in on every hole, so that's good.
Okay.
I think when I was a freshman, the length was very intimidating for me. I think that was the biggest thing that probably hindered me from, it's all right. Like I have a 5-iron, but I can still hit it close.
Right.
I was like, oh my gosh, I have a 5-iron and hybrid on every hole. And now I think I've gotten a stronger, and so I'm able to hit, shorter clubs, but also I feel good with my long irons. So those are the kinds of things that I've been working on. And yeah, I feel really prepared for the.
And who's going to caddy for you for the week?
My mom will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's an All-America too at Arizona State, correct?
University of Arizona.
Okay,
yeah.
Gosh, don't get that wrong. I know,
I know,
mad
right?
at me, but I mean, and that's gotta be good too for some bonding, mother-daughter. I mean, do you like when she caddies for you?
Yeah, I love it. She knows my game so well. It's funny. She'll ask me where I'm going and I'm like, "Oh, I'm going at that tree." And she's like, "Oh, okay." Like she knows what tree I'm talking about.
Okay, okay. Well, that's good.
But yeah, she also knows just what to say, like in different emotional states that I'm in, different rounds. Like she's really good at making sure I'm eating enough food and having enough energy. And she's also really helpful when it comes to club selection. So I'm pretty much solo on the greens, but with club selection and what yardage to play, she's really good with that. So that's really helpful too.
And I know we mentioned earlier, you know, you got some exams and stuff coming up, and you're going to take care of all that school stuff because you're a senior now. So you're getting closer to that degree. How important is that to get those that classwork done before you get to Houston?
Yeah, it's really important. I mean, I had essays to write in the Symetra event and it was so exhausting. Like I just did not want to do it. I mean, I did it because
Right.
you got to do it, but I know that it's really important if I want to conserve all my energy because I'm playing a difficult golf course. I want to make sure that I don't need to, cram to finish a paper by the deadline, which I don't do anyway, but
Okay.
you know, finishing a paper when I'm, should be instead just resting my mind, watching like a TV show or something or reading. I
Okay.
really like reading. So just other things. So that's really important for me. And I feel confident that I can do that.
And I wanted to ask you, I think I've asked you before about your writing. You've already published a book, correct? And
Yes.
you're working on another book, is that right?
Yep. I'm working on another one. I'm working on kind of a few, but I'm like working on one now. I want to, my goal is to finish the first draft by December 31st.
Okay.
And so we'll see if that happens, but I'm planning on it. It's better to aim high and miss than aim low and hit. So
Right,
that's where
right.
I'm going for.
And what's this next book about? I know what your first book was about, and I know that was fun for you, but what is this next one about?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny because I had a dream. This is like such a writer's moment. I had a dream and I woke up and I told myself, oh my goodness, this is a great story idea. So it's about this family or these kids and their parents. They die in a house fire. And so it's four kids, 15-year-old Faith, 10-year-old Anna, 7-year-old Lexi, and 5-year-old Jacob. And they end up living with their aunt. But it's just kind of a story about how Faith sort of needs to take on all this responsibility of taking care of her siblings and just her growth and development and just the whole sibling dynamic. And I think it's kind of inspired by, I don't know if you know the books The Glass Castle,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
or there's another book called Before We Were Yours, but it's kind of inspired by those two books that I read this year. So that's kind of a short little premise, but I'm like 20 pages in, so I haven't
Okay.
written too much. But I know once like the schoolwork ends, I'll definitely get to writing a lot.
Well, and it sounds like they'll make it into a great movie one day too, right? Is that
Well, that's what I always think about. I'm in a screenwriting class right now,
right?
so I'm
Okay.
very inspired, and he's an incredible professor. So I've been very in writing mode, creative writing mode a lot this semester.
Well, that's great. I mean, as a writer myself, I get my best ideas when I'm asleep. So that's
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad we can relate on that.
right, right. Well, one more thing, Amelia, then I'll let you go. I know, you have another year left of college, and then you want to get on the LPGA tour. Has this been everything you thought it would be signing with Wake? I mean, I know the pandemic kind of crushed a lot of people, or put things on the back burner. But has this been what you thought it would be? I think you won 4 times at Wake Forest so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
4 or
I mean,
5. Yeah.
yeah. Has it been a worthwhile experience for you being at Wake and everything?
Yeah, it has. I loved it. I mean, I committed when I was 12, and I guess sometimes when I mean 12, not 12. My freshman year of high school, I went to a golf camp at 12 at
12,
Wake.
right, right.
But I committed my freshman year in high school, and sometimes, when you commit young, you may not you may not have all the insight, and you maybe don't make the best decision. But I went with my heart, and Coach Daly just really inspired me and she was a big reason of why I committed. And then we got Kim and, Ryan, and they are so great. But it's been awesome. And this year I've really taken advantage of all the resources at Wake. I see the sports psychologist. I go to the sports medicine a lot, just preventive care. I'm president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. So I've been just working with all student athletes. I've been able to meet more student athletes and just talk with the athletic faculty members and just develop more relationship with them and the athletic director, John Curry. So that has been really cool for me. I feel like this year I've experienced just a lot more of Wake Forest than I did that freshman, as I continued on in Wake, I just continued to absorb more of what Wake Forest had to offer. So yeah, it's been an incredible experience. And it's also beautiful, like in the fall right now, all the trees that are hanging over the campus, just red and orange everywhere. So
Well, and I know Mark Seaver, I think he's one of your strength coaches, right? He said
yes, he is.
you've gotten stronger every year. So he says you do a pretty good job in the weight room.
Yes, I do. I love 6:30 workouts, not necessarily because it's at 6:30, but I love getting stronger in the gym. And I actually do an individual with him
Okay.
Additionally. So yeah, he's awesome. He's really good at what he does. So I definitely like everything Mark Seaver does for our team and for me.
Well, that sounds good. Well, Amelia, good luck in Houston and fairways and greens, right? Is that kind of the goal?
Yes, fairways and greens. That's what we're going for. That will get a good score.
Sounds good. Well, good luck out there.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening, and thank you.